Hello, LaunchPoint stream. We are back with grand finals for the LaunchPoint Draft Cup number 2. We will be seeing Water Resistant versus Cold Knights. On our first map, which we had to do it for you guys. Our first map of Grands is Wahoo Zones. I can't wait to see what happens here. It's a LaunchPoint staple, isn't it? We can't not have it. Let's get some hype in chat, and as we're readying up for this grand final. These teams have fought well and hard over the past couple of hours to get here. We're hoping for some really good matches. Perhaps we'll see a bracket reset. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see what these teams can bring. Of course, Water Resistant, unfortunately, they have had a long wait to get here. They don't want to be taking it to a bracket reset. They want to get this dub. Cold Knights, on the other hand, got out in semi-finals. They had to carry it through and have a loser's run, but hopefully they can pull through, and of course they want the bracket reset. Cheer on your team in the chat, and we are about to get into this.
We are about to begin on Wahoo Zones, Flat Zones, grand finals of the LaunchPoint Draft Cup 2.0. Can we get the hype in the chat, everyone? First on Wahoo Splat Zones, let's go.
All right, let's see what we've got here. We've got the Hydra coming out from Mark. Again, we saw them beast this map and mode combination. And on the side of Cold Knights, that's a wonderful flank from the T-Tech player there on the K-Pro.
Yes, it is, and we are
Cold Knight's now taking an early cap, trying to hold back the Hydra and hold back the oncoming.
And we do need, sorry for everyone in grand finals, we are just trying to get the gameplay back on stream for you right now. It will be back up. We'll be back up in just a moment. We're having technical difficulties. I will try to document this, and here we are back.
It's been a long night, folks.
Been a long night,
we are
guys.
back as...
Sorry about that. Cold Knights just taking the ascendancy here. And Water Resistant clapping back and taking at the zone. Water Resistant taking an early lead at 25 here.
That cap from Water Resistant was crucial in making sure they had a second chance in this match, really. But Cold Knights have got all their specials up, getting ready to stop any pushes that come from Water Resistant. Rio comes in trying to cap the zone. And that's 2 down on the side of Cold Knights, allowing
And we are here trying to see if Water Resistant can get this back. Cold Knights are holding a lead here, but Water Resistant are trying to push back. We are trying to push back here.
holding the zone now. They've just got to hold it for another 40 seconds, hold off this push coming, but they just can't do it.
For sure.
They do have 2 minutes left though to try and mount another push.
And it is plenty of time to get this win for Water Resistant, but they need to play it safe and make sure that they can get some picks. As they do cap zone, but it's quickly that contested by the Cold Knights. But they do that get zone as the Junior trades with the Tri-Slasher.
2 down on Cold Knight's side, hoping for Water Resistant, hoping to get down past that 10 deficit now to really take some points now. And a Booyah coming in, trying to cap the zone. They need to answer back, and their Booyah, the double Booyah from Cold Knight, just can't cap it. Getting a lovely pick on the T-Tech with a bomb there from Daniel. Taking it to 2 down, 3 down on the side of Cold Knights. And they've taken the lead. Wahoo Zones giving us the most wonderful of matches. This looks like they're going to take it. Water Resistance takes the first match of the Grand Finals.
And what? It will be very contested matches here, but Water Resistant proving to be as effective as they were throughout the whole tournament, showing why they were in Grands and have yet to lose a round in this double elimination bracket. And as we move on, we go to Tower Control on Marco Mart. And it is this map again, widely that accepted as one of the best maps in the game, top 3 for sure. And it being on tower control as well. Obviously, you have free checkpoints. That the first checkpoint is so crucial. First checkpoint needs to be capped as soon as possible.
Definitely. Tower Control on Maker Mart is, as I said before, I do love the Grands maps. Tower Control Maker Mart is definitely one of my favourite Tower Control maps, especially sitting down in the right-hand side below your drop, camping as the tower comes past the first checkpoint. Let's go into this second match now. See if Cold Knights can take a response.
We again see traditional comps. Mark still on that trusted Sea Hydra as Water Resistant go double armor that for this TC match here. And he's very interested to see what type of role Mark that will play. He is that a very slow moving Spatling, but Water Resistant do take that the ascendancy here.
Yeah, Mark riding that Hydra, he is in danger if anyone tries to challenge him up close, but that's what he's got his teammates for. Already past second checkpoint now, the armor knocked back from the jet is pushing Mark away from the tower.
But
2 picks from Oreo T.
Really commanding.
Oreo T knows there's someone there, bides his time, watching. Trying to save his teammate's jump. Just not able to. Jumping out to save that booyah. That's a smart decision.
Very smart decision, but water resistance with the ascendancy and the map control. And as they look to show they are the best team in this LaunchPoint Draft Cup, and that is why they are yet to lose a round. So efficient.
Daniel getting 2 picks, managing to subdue the Cold Knights push just a little bit in time for his teammates to come back and perhaps take it from the drop.
And the Cold Knight push it past the first checkpoint, but stop in their tracks.
Booyah comes out. Cold Knight wants this push, but there ends up being down no armor for this push, only the Booyah.
Mark is just buying his time, trying to see if he can pick off anyone off that tower. And Cold Knight, that respecting him and his range, but for Cold Knights that they do need to take Mark out if they want any chance in this game, with just over 2 minutes left.
Yeah, teams buying their time, trying to get find an opening to push. The Jet taking out Daniel, that will be crucial for a push now, as they have no Booyah to stop the tower. They do manage to take down the junior player as well, which is going to facilitate another push, hoping to get past second checkpoint, because that's where they want to be at the moment. The Booyah bomb dispersing everyone on Cold Knight, but leaving water resistant 2 down.
And it looks like water resistance are going to lose this lead as they go to the second checkpoint, Cold Knights, and as they try to get the 30, but they are picked off. And is it a 2v2 situation right now? They're fighting on tower, and they do have checkpoint 2, and they do have lead, Cold Knights. Pushing it all the way to 17.
Daniel not quite able to get up onto the tower when they were at the checkpoint, which is unfortunate. Tower wall physics in general in Splatoon are always very finicky, which makes getting onto tower can be a bit of a challenge. Daniel going down to a bomb, which means no Booyah to control. Mark pulling out the armor, trying to help push a little bit more, but needs a bit of help from his teammates there as he gets pressured.
With just 20 seconds left in this game.
It looks like Cold Knights really want this win, but they go 2 down. There's every chance that that water resistant will be able to get that chance. Mark trying to do a dance on tower, but not quite making it. Everyone on the Cold Knights team jumping onto tower at the end. That's a win for Cold Knight.
Cold Knight taking the second game and is 1-1 in this grand finals. Both with very tense games. Both teams not wanting to lose, and Cold Knights with it all to do if they want to win this draft cup. And as we move on to Rainmaker on Sturgeon Shipyard.
Rainmaker on Sturgeon Shipyard, we are making a return to this map. We did see it in, I believe, the group stage. Now making a return for Grands. It can't be a stressful map. If you don't have your top right covered, there is every chance that your there is every chance the enemy team can make a push and in the top right side without having any sort of defense. So you have to coordinate with your teammates to make sure there's someone watching that, especially when they have the Rainmaker and are ready to push.
Yes, and I believe that the teams are going to try and push to the top left, so it is that imperative that the backlines do ensure that they do help their teams lock down that the flank first and go from there as we see the tri-slosher come out. Mark opting to go for the vanilla heavy instead for this round.
We saw him do that, I think, on Starfish Rainmaker. It seems to be his preference for a Rainmaker in general, which is fair. The Stingray does help a lot in Rainmaker. Now Cold Knight's trying to make a push into the top left-hand side. Not quite able to make much out of that inkjet, unfortunately.
Cold Knights with the early push, able to push it to 69, and they, out of the Rainmaker that resets, water resistant, have a 4-2 man up situation that right now looking to push this Rainmaker.
Yeah, water resistant aren't in a great position now. They've got several people only just coming back into the map.
As the K-Pro there, just locking down at the top right there, just making sure that no pushes happen.
Mark stopping that flank from the T-Tech player.
And as we come with less than 2 minutes left of this game,
Water resistant are yet to put on any sort of push, but they do have time left to take control.
they have plenty of time left to win this, and I'm sure that they will. As the BO1 gets taken out as well, very that efficient, that from water resistant.
Water resistant managed to get the Cold Knight team down, 3 down, but it's not enough to make a cohesive push, though they have taken the lead.
And Cold Knights really need to answer back here if they want to take the lead at the finals now. We got a bomb that gets charged and thrown where the Rainmaker is, and water resistant again in a 4-2 situation that right now, but they do have the lead. And opting to push this to the right hand side, which is very telling. Trying that new position, that a new way to get the push done.
Mark able to clutch a few more points and taking it to a 2v2. Cold Knights is taking it to a reset, hoping to get the picks now, to get the control they need to make a push. It's not a big push that they need. They can still get the win on this map.
Water Resistant are starting to lose map control here.
They are perhaps a little worried to engage, don't want to die in the last 30 seconds, but there's no point in holding back if you're just going to lose mid. Raymate, it's just one left up on the side of Water Resistant as they take the sponge. That's going to give them a quick lead.
Will they be able to stop this? And they have taken up the sponge as well.
They managed to get the lead going up the step, and the win goes to Cold Knight.
That was a very close match there. Very close match there. Couldn't call it to the final point.
Water Resistant definitely played it very, very safe in the end game there, and I think that's what facilitated the picks from Cold Knight.
As you swiftly move on to game 4, which will be Clan Blitz on the Reef. Cold Knight's taking a 2-1 lead into this game 4 situation. Again, remember, if they win this bracket, we will have a bracket reset on our hands here.
Yep, it's not been a runaway so far. These teams are fighting it out.
Definitely, they want to show that they have to win this. They are the reason. They are that the team who are going to walk away with the crown for the LaunchPoint Draft Cup.
And also the LaunchPoint keyrings.
made by Moo, of course.
Yes, unfortunately, not for the top 3 as it was in the first Draft Cup. But the top team will be taking home that prize, as well as the bragging rights. Gotta love the bragging rights.
Of course, you have to brag that you have won a Draft Cup. It is very, very illustrious indeed. And as the teams are ready, we are going into the 4th match. Cold Knight's taking a slender 2-1 lead into this game 4 scenario.
And let's get into it. Some interesting weapons coming out from these two teams. So far, we haven't seen them pull out the 96 or the blaster on the side of Cold Knights, and we haven't seen the K-Shot come out from Ghost yet. So it'll be interesting to see how they play this match.
The blaster coming from Cold Knights. Really a weird pick, but they go down here.
They will have enough ink coverage from the Splash and 96 to allow Amano to roam around and do their blaster magic, taking out Mark on the bridge, which is very important. Now trying to push in, giving a clam to the other team, because why not? I believe that was a clam, or it was an Autobomb. And it looks like Cold Knights are the first to score. Just hoping for some defense now.
Flank round.
I believe that was a flank on the flank. Yes, it's just the blaster player left up now. They Water Resistant really need to paint up. They can't let Amano loose. The armor comes out on the side of Water Resistance as their junior goes down, but they're not going to be able to make any sort of push with that. They're going to have to back up and regroup. goes trying to chase down the blaster, but Amano gets saved by Oreo T.
And
beautiful direct from Amano. They do manage
really need to get a move on.
They do, as they allow the Cold Knights to score a couple more. They're 2 down on the side of Water Resistant. They're gonna need to get some sort of picks and get some control here.
And we're just 2 minutes left in this game. Can Water Resistant find an answer? They have been very passive in this match, but they do need it's not a lot of points in this that they can get two cams in, and then they will be at 60 and will take the lead. But they need to get back control away from Cold Knights. They still have plenty of time to do so. But Water Resistant really need to go for it now.
A wonderful 360 for almost 360 from Amano there to get the drop on player behind him. Water Resistant now trying to look for an opening. They've got that booyah already. Are they going to use it to try and get in? There it goes. They can't rush this. They have to play it safe at this point. With 40 seconds to go, this is the push they need. They don't have any other chances.
They just can't seem that to get that coherent push together. They need to save this. Water Resistant will be able to try, but Cold Knights again extending their lead, and Water Resistant need to push their pushes to 25, and it looks like it may all be over for Water Resistant. They may not be able to come back from such a deficit.
There is still the chance, but they have 30 seconds to get that clam in the basket. If Cold Knights can hold out, they'll end up 3-1. Daniel tries to go in for the rush, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. They don't score, unfortunately, but I don't think they would have been able to push in having been 2 down. That goes to Cold Knights.
Cold Knights taking a 3-1, and if they win one more, we will, I believe, go to a bracket reset.
Yeah, that should be interesting. But Water Resistant still have a chance to pull this back. Granted, they need to win 3 in a row now. But they can do it. They have had a while break, which is a shame for them. But I feel like they can pull this out the bag if they just dig deep.
They should be able to pull this out the bag. And as we go to Game 5, which will be Splat Zones and Humpback Pump Track. We will be able to see what they go and how they approached it. Water Resistant really need to come back and win these 3 games to win it. and go the full distance and take it in emphatic fashion. And we are just waiting for Shindu to ready up, as he's always playing mind games.
All right, here we go for Game 5 of the Grand Finals. This match for Cold Knights could be their chance to force a bracket reset, but for Water Resistance, they're going to want to win the next 3 games so they don't have to do a bracket reset.
And as we are here, we are ready, and Cool Knights taking the ascendant starting the score. Remember, if they win, we will have a reset here in the LaunchPoint Draft Cup. Water Resistant taking it back, pushing it, but they do need to go all out on this.
Water Resistant taking a commanding moment to take lead, and that's a double from this Greaser player, allowing Cold Knights to take back the zone in a great fashion.
And as Cold Knights continue to score, and they will take lead before the Booyah Bomb enters the zone. Water Resistant able to go 3-1 up in this. They need to get rid of that penalty that and start scoring. That will really win these last 2 matches. Last 3 matches, I mean.
And they have started scoring and have taken the lead. Now it's time for Cold Knights to respond with a Booyah. The junior player there taking out the Tri-Slosher, some major paint for Cold Knights. But they do manage to cap it. But Water Resistance said, nah, we want it back, thanks. This is our zone.
Water Resistant need to treat this zone like it's their kid. Just look after it, see it out to the end.
Ghost getting a lovely pick on the Tri-Slosher, which means again a little less paint for Cold Knights as they're getting very close to countdown. And another lovely shot from Ghost. Unfortunately, they can't keep that zone, but they could be, possibly cap it back as the Booyah comes out. 2 down there, just capping.
2 minutes left.
Water Resistance now looking to extend their lead a little bit further, taking out the Tri again. The Tri has not been able to move. The double Booyah bubbles comp for Cold Knight has been really working and taking the zone for them, but they've only just managed to take full control of the map. As the Booyah comes out with a bomb rush, Oreo T goes down, and so does 2 other team members. Water Resistant have this back. They're not done. They want this win. They don't want a bracket reset.
Water Resistance really taking it to Golden Knights, which they have to. They don't have a choice. They don't want to be put in a bracket reset situation.
Mark now being very aggro, trying to get some picks, be a big distraction. Their team is counting down. They're at 8. Its time is closing for Cold Knight to cap, and they don't manage it. Water Resistant takes the 5th match, and we're continuing, folks.
We are. It's very interesting to see if Water Resistant can pull it back. Will they be able to? We will find out next, as the next map will be TC on Anchovy Games.
TC Anchovy. I do like TC Anchovy. It's quite fun for a Slayer, personally. It's one of those maps where if you are good at pushing up and you are good at holding that plat and consequently the court, you will be able to get that tower right past checkpoint 1, right past checkpoint 2, and get it to checkpoint 3 in no time. But there's a lot of work to be done to get there.
And teams are readying up. They are going to be ready to get this, to see if Cold Knights can force a bracket reset, or if Water Resistant will force this into a Game 7.
I'm sure Cold Knights, they might be a little bit rattled by that loss, but Water Resistant hopefully can ride that high. They have a chance here. This is for the win.
They need to keep play how they have been playing all the time, and they will get this, as we are going into a Game 6 tower control at Anchovy Games. I'm seeing very traditional comps here. Water Resistance staying with the splash. Interesting, Mark has again not gone for the Hydra. Just for the vanilla heavy. Well, it is TC. Stingray does reign supreme.
Dugacko on the side of Water Resistance. A very aggro junior, I've noticed, but still great at doing their job. Unfortunately goes down, not able to make any sort of push there, as Cold Knights start to push up. You see the Stingray come out in response, and the Booyah up in the air. You're safe up there. Can Oreo T make it back onto the tower? As you've got one player from Water Resistance in mid.
Yeah, forcing them to jump back as well. Map position.
This is exactly what we were talking about. That control. Water Resistance really need something to push back in. The bomb rush comes out to try help facilitate that, and thankfully that gets 2 players on the side of 3 players down. Hopefully they can take back mid, but that T-Tech sitting looming, they know where he is, but forces him to retreat and takes the shot on him.
This is going to be a tense match. Pushing it to 25 is a really tall order to come back from. But if anyone can do it, Water Resistant can. As they go 2 up and the Stingray comes out and they start to back down the points on checkpoint 1, and they have got through.
Their K-Pro is sitting with a Booyah Bomb that's just come out. Probably going to go straight for tower, straight to Mark. And that's 2 down on Cold Knight's side. we could see them possibly take the second checkpoint.
It's imperative that they start to jump in and apply more pressure. Water Resistance can take the lead back here.
But it's just not enough. They were pushed off the plat by Cold Knights, unfortunately. Not able to get anything more of the push. The K-Pro player, they're jumping out, which is definitely a good play, in my opinion. Keeping that booyah for the push that's about to come. Orioti using his booyah to survive that booyah.
Water Resistance can get this, that they can push this all the way, but they just need to get mid. They still have just under 2 minutes to do so. They have plenty of time.
Unfortunately, the junior player out on his own over to the left, so getting picked off quite easily by the two players from Cold Knights over there.
As Water Resistant yet again start to push, that the K-Pro and the Splash and Junior really need to push this. Really need to help out Mark and get everyone out of there. As the Junior trades with the K-Pro, I believe, as they both go down at the same time.
Unfortunately for Water Resistance, that is almost wipe. They're going to only get one more shot at this.
With just 40 seconds left, can Water Resistance force a Game 7? Or will Cold Knights force a bracket reset here? Just under 30 now. It looks like Water Resistant will have to settle for a bracket reset.
Mark not able to make a move on his own. Going in with the junior though, which is interesting. Unfortunately, get the junior getting caught out, which meant Mark consequently goes down. With the booyah up in the air, that seals the deal for water resistance, and Cold Knights have forced a bracket reset.
Yes, they have, and it is a bracket reset here at the LaunchPoint Draft Cup.
Some awesome kills from the T-Tech and Shindude there. As we will go into the bracket reset. And here are your maps for the bracket reset. We have some interesting maps on here. Definitely some hard ones. We have skipper zones, which to me is not my favourite, to be honest. Skipper zones takes a lot of coordination. We've got tower control on Starhurst main stage, which in my opinion is great for Slayers. Slayers love to push up on that map, and if you can do it well, you're sitting pretty. Looking at some others, we've got Rainmaker on a Piranha Pit. That's definitely an interesting map and mode choice. The whole map changes when it comes to Rainmaker Piranha Pit. it's almost a different map in some regards. The looks the same, but plays very differently. And the fourth map, Clan Blitz on Manta Maria.
Yes, and everyone should be hyped for this bracket reset here.
It looks like we are missing a player from the lobby, so we will just double check things.
And as we now get ready to go into the bracket reset, splat zones on Skipper Pavilion. And as we go into splat zones on Skipper, very good map to start on yet again. And teams are almost ready to go. And teams are ready to go into and we are ready to go in this bracket reset. All to play for, all the marbles are to play for here, and we are ready to go.
It's a quick kill on the side of water resistant, taking out the squeezer. That's not going to have any bubbles now for their push, and water resistant takes the first zone cap. Water resistant now holding on to that zone, anticipating the that was a rather quick cap. I didn't quite see where that was happening.
Yes, what resistant taking the lead for 71 to 8 to 89, but the Knights do fight back and are now scoring, and they will surely take lead now. But the zone is contested as the bubbles do come out as well.
The junior player from Water Resistant now trying to contest the zone. They are now 2 down on the side of Cold Knights. Can they take the zone? They can, but can they get rid of that 52? Yes, they can. That's almost a full wipe. Everyone's coming from spawn now. They've just got to prepare for the next attack. Unfortunately, both Mark and the junior go down, but they have taken lead. Whether or not that will help in the long run is yet to show itself.
And as that squeezer just being able to cap zone that with the bubbles fairly quickly, that is always that linchpin for the Knights. And these have that Booyah Bomb there, that just waiting, biding time. That as the Knights take a commanding lead in this bracket reset round 1 match.
Water Resistant now capping the zone, pushing in with both armor and missiles and Tenta missiles, really pushing Cold Knights back and forcing one of them to jump out. As they're slowly starting to count down, they just need to hold off, but Cold Knights have all of their specials charged and ready to go. Booyah comes out from both the remix and the 52, but can they take the lead? Yes, they can. They've just got to hold off a little bit longer.
And they're going down 5-4, and it is going down, and it looks like Water Resistance will take the first match in this bracket reset.
That's exactly how Water Resistance wants to start this. They want to come in strong. They want to show that bracket reset means nothing. We are now moving over to Tower Control on Starfish main stage.
Tower Control Starfish main stage. Again, a very good map for both teams, and since both teams do run backliners, this will be a very good match to watch, especially with the standout 2 teams in this tournament.
Definitely. We're probably going to be seeing the T-Tech come out from both sides, and definitely going to be seeing a K-Pro from Daniel.
Teams are readying up and they're ready to go. They do not want to waste time. She's waiting on one more player to confirm.
And here we go to our second match of the bracket reset for the LaunchPoint Draft Cup number 2. Let's see what these teams pull out.
And Mark going back to the trusted Sea Hydra. It looks like Water Resistant are very serious and they want to take the title in this LaunchPoint Draft Cup. And as teams are just feeling each other out, seeing what they can and can't do. Again, they are wary. This is a very pivotal moment. This is bracket reset. And as Cool Knights take the ascendancy first and go to first checkpoint. But first checkpoint that in this match is very imperative that as the bomber comes out, but they do pop armor to counteract it and they do get past first checkpoint.
Seeing the junior from Water Resistant there being very, very aggro. For a support weapon, you don't usually see Armano flaunting that Booyah Bomb, and there is a response from the remix.
and it is a 2v1 situation, but the cool but the Cold Knights, sorry, push the 43 before water resistant take them out, and water resistant that are looking to take the lead now. That is Marks from tower, brings it back to zone. And Mark just pops the armor, just making sure that his team have a bit more coverage. That is the free above coming onto the tower right now. Mark is pinned here, and he does get taken out.
This is a Cold Knight's chance to take back some control of mid after the push from water resistant.
Cold Knights here looking to extend their lead as they keep pushing. And water resistant having no sort of answers that a Cold Knights now. That was just under 2 minutes left in this match.
Mark just about getting that jump out, probably just to save that armor that he's building, so he can defend against this oncoming push from Cold Knights. Getting that shot, the Booyah giving the T-Tech player away. They have them 3 down now. This is their chance to respond, but you can see Amano slightly sharking. He did jump out in the end.
Water resistant here, really trying to get some sort of push that they still have to get through first checkpoint, which is pretty hard to defend and sometimes very easy to defend. It just depends on what comps you run. But Mark here getting checkpoint, but he gets taken out before he can. But they do get checkpoint, which is very pivotal. They still have a minute left, so they can still win this, especially with the first checkpoint being cleared. And water resistant going 2 up here, and they are looking to control mid. They need to get mid controlled, and they need to assert their dominance and try and push this past 43. Have just under 20 seconds left.
Water resistant now making a last minute push. This is for the win. They do just need to get it to that checkpoint and a little bit further. Can they take it? Yes, they do. The Booyah's not enough to stop them, and water resistance takes that win.
Water resistant doing the impossible. Pushing it all the way.
They held off and stayed calm and really went for that push at the end.
And water resistant here taking a commanding 2-0 lead in this. And now we move on to the next match here, and it will be Rainmaker on Piranha Pit. And Rainmaker on Piranha Pit, that it changes that for Piranha Pit, that they use that the long version. So that's what teams need to be able to coordinate their pushes effectively. Points won't be easy to come by that this time, since you're using that the long version that of the map, and the long version that of the map means backliners can use the superior range to get the job done.
Definitely. Piranha Pit on Rainmaker is like a whole different beast.
And as the teams are ready, they have jumped in. Rinder, Water Resistant taking a 2-0 lead into this. Can they make it a 3-0? Or can Cold Knights get this back? Very traditional comps going again. Mark opting for the vanilla Splatling here, as he does on Rainmaker.
It's nice to see the vanilla heavy being repped. It was dropped for the remix in a lot of comps, I think.
And here, Water Resistant here, just trying to take this into a 3-0. And it is a 2v2 situation that right now Mark picks up the Rainmaker, but he gets stopped at 88. And it is that imperative that Cold Knights do get a win here, just to stop the momentum of Water Resistant. But they can't do so that so far, as they go 2 down. And Daniel picks up the Rainmaker and they are able to push. As the Stingray comes out as well, just to get some hits, do some chip damage, but everyone goes down. That Mark there, that just hiding, providing jumps that for everyone to get back in very quickly. Great job that of an anchor there.
You're trying to get the shot and manages to get the shot on Mark with the Inkjet. Hoping now to push forward or get another pick to facilitate some kind of push now. Stingray coming out for Water Resistant, trying to take out that Rainmaker as far away as possible, forcing him backwards and into the hands of teammates.
And this Water Resistance still with the lead as we are halfway through this match. Can Water Resistance get a 3-0 commanding lead, forcing Cold Knights to do a reverse sweep in this bracket reset? And Water Resistant getting 3 down here and getting even more points and
managing to get a wipe. Mark playing it safe, wanting to get that KO, not wanting to have to go through anything else, but only managing to get it to 8. Question remains of whether you should run it or not. But let's hope that Water Resistance is able to defend that well enough. They gotta keep up the aggression and they gotta keep up control of mid.
Yes, and Knights do go for the bracket reset, but they have it all to do that. They basically just have to go for the KO at this point. It is going to be a hard ask this, trying to get anything back from this match, but if anyone that can do it, Cold Knights can, as they prove time and time again. With just under a minute left, can Cold Knights get anything from this match? They need to get something, anything, if we have any hope that in this bracket reset.
They must be feeling the pressure now. They've got to really bring it. Ghost sharking their remix player, not quite sure if he is there or not.
Yeah, that shark is so effective. Just
Ghost
staying there.
really holding off really being disciplined.
He doesn't need to move there. When they pick up the Rainmaker in their final push, he can pop out and seal it after water resistant. It is a
And
very
just like that,
intelligent play.
he manages to do so.
Very intelligent play there. That Ghost may have just won his team the match and maybe the bracket.
And that has allowed Mark to get off another Stingray. That Shark really won them that game. Water Resistant are 2 up and need one more win to win the LaunchPoint Draft Cup.
Ghost there just sharking, biding his time, being an intelligent slayer, just sticking close to that wall. It's just there, taking a 3-0 for his team there. It is very, very smart from Ghost there. He may have just won his team this tournament, but we will not know until the next game, which the next game will be Clan Blitz on Manta Maria. Clan Blitz on Manta Maria, it can sometimes be like TC, that the road that behind that the barrier can be pivotal. It's a great that defensive area that as well for the defensive team, but the flank on the right hand side is what teams will be looking to score quick points in this match.
Definitely. We are just waiting for teams to ready up. We have Game 4 of the Bracket Reset Grand Finals. If Water Resistant win this match, they will take home the win for the LaunchPoint Draft Cup number 2. Cold Knights now need a reversed sweep to win. Can they pull it out the bag?
The reverse sweep would be in emphatic fashion as Mark goes back to the trusted Sea Hydra. They are going to what they know. They are just one win away from winning the LaunchPoint Draft Cup.
We see teams painting up now, biding their time. Ghost getting a nice pick over to the right side and taking down the Splatling along with Mark means they can start up a push if they need, but a bit late on the uptake with the ball means they can't really make a strong push at the moment.
Water Resistant here are in the ascendancy in the whole set, that they know if they lose this one, they will have other chances, but they don't want to give the momentum to Cold Knights as they look for their first push and they get 2 clams in and they keep on scoring, getting it down to 45. And Daniel there with the jump back, that just keeping his attention missiles at the ready as he charges them now. I can imagine that the VC that are the Cold Knights now, but they need to make sure that they don't tilt. They need to make sure that they stick together because there is still hope in this game. There is still hope in this set, and they need to pull together if they want anything from this cup and to take home the first prize. Water Resistant here really pushing, and they're able to score again, and they get the deficit down and they score it to 43 with more clamps to go.
Yeah, Water Resistant really pushing Cold Knights, trying to be as aggro as possible, get in their faces and really go for them.
And I was just about to ask you that if Cold Knights that had given up, but they're looking to push now, because it looks like they've been very passive at this first half of the match.
They have been very passive, and it's meant that the water resistance had gotten down to 40 already. Thankfully for Cold Knights, 40 is 3 power clams. If they can get that in, they'll have a lead.
40 seems big at first.
But it can be done, but going 2 down isn't the way to do it, unfortunately. With Mark on his City Hydra.
I feel like the occasion may have got to Cold Knights. It may have got to them, but Water Resistant have taken it in their stride. They have been very commanding that in the bracket reset. Not even dropping a game yet, and as they look to close this out with possibly a 4-0.
With just under a minute and 30 left, it looks like Water Resistance have commanding control over the whole match in general.
But again, you can never count out Cold Knights that in this draft cup that they always seem to have something up their sleeves.
Definitely. Mark throwing away the clam there, knowing that it shows his position and could really give him away if it came down to it. But his teammates come in clutch, getting the Cold Knights down to 2 again. We're actually trying to contest the Vanilla Hydra, but it's not particularly working.
And just 30 seconds left. Cold Knights need to find something, anything, or it looks like the champions of this LaunchPoint Draft Cup 2 will be Water Resistance.
Water Resistance going 2 down now. This is the chance for Cold Knights. This is the game this is the time they need to move. Get that Hydra off the bunker and get in.
And they go
the
2
Hydra
down.
is down. This is their chance.
This is their chance. They need to score this now. But they're playing with the ball, and they can't. They're not able to score. But they do score now. But I don't think they have enough clams to get this. It is at 53. It's still in the balance, but they don't have enough clams, and Oreo's left, and it looks like Water Resistant are your LaunchPoint Draft Cup champions, taking a commanding 4-0 in this bracket reset. A valiant effort from Cold Knights, forcing a bracket
Water
reset.
Resistance was having none of it. Who wants to keep playing? We gotta get all of this out. Let's win this. And that is it, guys. You've got your LaunchPoint Draft Cup number 2 champions. It is Water Resistance. Coming in second is
Coming in second is Cold Knights, and coming in third, losing in losers finals, is Thick Fire Warriors.
Well done to everyone playing today. We hope you enjoyed it.
We know it has been long, but we have enjoyed it nonetheless. We do enjoy putting on tournaments for you. We do enjoy maintaining the server, listening to all your feedback.
LaunchPoint is a labour of love, and we do love the community we've made here. Just seeing all of you guys hanging out in General VC, watching the stream, we love you. Thank you so much for the support you've given us.
And as we do, we will bow out for this. Yes, we have been commentating for 8 hours, but it has been worth every single second. And just before we bow out, we would like to shout out our sister server, being Midpoint, and they will be hosting their Midpoint Draft Cup on let me just get the date. They will be hosting their Midpoint Draft Cup on the
I think it's the
27th.
I think it is on the 27th of December. Midpoint will
Sunday,
be holding
27th.
their draft cup.
Yep. If you head to the Midpoint server, we can link it in the LaunchPoint server. So if you would like, join the Discord, which you see that on screen now. Midpoint Draft Cup 4.0. 4.0 teams will be announced.
We're not
on
functioning,
Monday,
guys.
21st of December. We are not. We are trying.
We're genuinely not functioning anymore. Chat is telling us to go to sleep. So, that's your LaunchPoint Draft Cup number 2. Here's to the second one. Thank you guys so much for the support, and congratulations to Water Resistance. We will see you guys in 2 months.